Imagine paying $30,000 to escape the power grid, only to discover the electric company secretly installed a kill switch on the side of your house. Millions of Americans are signing 25-year contracts for so-called free solar panels, believing they are buying their independence. But the exact second the grid fails, a hidden digital kill switch bricks your system, turning your $30,000 investment into useless dead weight while you sit in the dark. Even if the sun is shining, your house goes dark. Today we are doing a forensic teardown of the modern solar industry, the grid-tied hardware trap, and why smart homeowners are suddenly paying thousands of dollars to rip these panels off their roofs. It always starts the exact same way. A guy in a polo shirt with an iPad knocks on your door, promising energy independence and $0 utility bills. They sell you the dream of going off the grid, insulated from inflation and rolling blackouts. But that pitch is a carefully constructed legal fiction. When you buy a standard retail solar system, you are not disconnecting from anything. You are paying out of your own pocket to build a localized power plant for the utility company right on top of your own roof. You take on all the financial risk, and they keep all the ultimate control. To understand how this trap is sprung, you have to look at the hardware. Underneath those sleek glass panels is a piece of equipment called a grid-tie microinverter. You might think the power generated by the sun flows straight from the panel into your television and refrigerator. It does not. It flows through this inverter, which acts as a two-way digital leash. It does not just convert direct current to alternating current, it constantly synchronizes with the grid's electrical waveform. It is a corporate gatekeeper communicating directly with your smart meter and the utility monopoly every single second of the day. And that gatekeeper is hard-coded with a mandatory government protocol commonly known as anti-islanding. The utility companies will tell you this is a safety feature designed to stop your panels from sending power back into the grid and electrocuting linemen during a blackout. And while that is technically true, it masks a much darker reality. The anti-islanding software means that when the city grid goes down, your inverter automatically bricks your entire system. The sun could be beating down directly on your house, your panels could be generating maximum output, and you will still be sitting in the dark with a refrigerator full of rotting food. You do not have the right to use the power your own roof is generating unless the city gives you digital permission. Of course, the solar salesman has a convenient solution for this built-in flaw. To bypass the kill switch, all you have to do is buy their proprietary smart battery wall. That will just be an extra $15,000 to $20,000 added directly to your high-interest loan. It is the ultimate illusion of a premium product. They purposefully sell you a crippled piece of hardware and then hold your own electricity hostage until you pay a massive ransom to unlock the functionality you thought you already bought. And those lithium-ion batteries degrade just like your cell phone. If you do not buy the battery, your $30,000 panels are just expensive, useless roof ornaments during a storm, and those ornaments are not built to last. We are looking at a system housed in cheap plastics, thin aluminum, and proprietary sealed circuit boards. These components are bolted directly to your asphalt shingles, baking in the 150-degree Texas, California, and Florida sun day after day, year after year. The extreme thermal cycling degrades the silicon, melts the cheap wiring, and fries the delicate microinverters. To make matters worse, they drill dozens of holes into your roof trusses to install the lag bolts, practically guaranteeing water leaks and structural rot. These units are engineered to fail years before the ink on your contract is even dry. Modern green tech simply cannot survive the elements like old-school heavy metal. But the hardware failure is absolutely nothing compared to the financial trap. The most toxic product in the solar industry right now is the Power Purchase Agreement, PPA. This is the infamous zero-down scam. When you sign a solar lease, you do not own the panels. The solar corporation owns them. You are simply renting the electricity they produce on your own property. Buried deep in the fine print of that contract is a clause allowing the solar company to place a UCC one-fixture filing on your title. They effectively place a hidden legal lien on your house, turning your most valuable financial asset into corporate collateral. This turns into an absolute nightmare for older Americans trying to retire, relocate, or downsize. When you go to sell your home, the title company flags the UCC1 filing. The new buyer takes one look at that roof and refuses to sign. Nobody in their right mind wants to take over a 25-year lease for 10-year-old, degrading plastic panels that they do not even own, attached to a roof that probably needs replacing. Your house becomes completely unsellable. The only way out is for the seller to pay $30,000, $40,000, or even $50,000 out of pocket at the closing table just to break the contract and buy out the junk hardware. They did not sell you energy independence. They turned your home's equity into a Wall Street subscription model. And if you thought the utility companies were going to play fair with the power you generate, look at the brutal reality of what is happening in places like California right now. Under the new NEM 3.0 regulations, utility monopolies like PG&E have completely rigged the game. They lobbied the government to gut the net metering rules, slashing the value of the solar power you export by 75%. Now, when your panels overproduce during the middle of the day, the utility monopoly buys your excess power for a pathetic 6 to 8 cents per kilowatt hour. But when the sun goes down and you need to charge your car or run your air conditioning, they sell that exact same electricity back to you for 48 to 55 cents per kilowatt hour. It is a legalized, state-sponsored bait and switch. They use your roof to generate cheap power, mark it up 800%, and sell it right back to you. The casino always wins. So what happens when the panels inevitably stop working or the roof starts leaking? You call the company that installed them only to be greeted by a disconnected phone number. The solar industry is currently plagued by fly-by-night grifters and private equity pump and dumps. These companies open up, aggressively sell thousands of cheap leases in a single summer to harvest the massive government tax credits up front, and then intentionally file for bankruptcy 3 years later. It is a calculated move to legally wipe out their installation and warranty obligations. You are left making mandatory monthly payments to a ruthless third-party finance bank for a broken system with absolutely zero customer support, a voided warranty, and a rotting roof. So how do you actually beat this system? Smart homeowners and veteran mechanics refuse the grid-tied trap entirely. If you want true backup power and actual untouchable independence, you do not sign a 25-year digital lease for cheap plastic on your roof. You buy heavy metal. You install a heavy-duty analog standby generator, a mechanical, fuel-driven Cummins, or an older pre-smart Generac that you own free and clear, that you hold the absolute title to, and that you can fix yourself in your driveway with a basic set of wrenches. It does not connect to the internet, it does not ask the city for permission to turn on during a storm, and it does not have a corporate kill switch hidden inside a circuit board. You are not crazy for slamming the door on the solar salesman. Your gut instinct was right all along. The modern green revolution is just a corporate repackaging of the exact same monopoly control wrapped in a shiny new contract and a predatory loan. True autonomy requires absolute ownership. Keep your deed clean, keep your roof clear of plastic garbage, and whatever you do, do not sign the contract.